So Negan has to be one of the best slash worst villains of any show that I've ever watched on TV. I think if you're like me, then you're just counting down the episodes till he dies, but I don't think it's gonna be anytime soon, sadly enough. All he wants to do is torture Rick and the rest of the Rick family, basically. And it's really hard to watch, although I think last week's episode with the Daryl torture was harder to watch. We didn't have that Daryl focus this week, but one of the main things that came out of this week's episode was the mystery of Maggie. I think all of us can agree that she is not dead, but the problem is that they've lied to Negan and his crazy followers, and what's going to happen when he realizes that they lied? I really feel like someone's going to die over it. I understand why they lied to him, but I'm very concerned that they chose to do this because I think things are just not going to turn out well at all. It was great to have finally a perspective from Rick and everyone that we hadn't really had since episode 1, so I really appreciated that. Plus the longer episode was great, although hard to watch at times just because I hate watching like a terrible person on TV disrespect people and they really can't do anything about it because they seriously might lose their lives. It was frustrating that Olivia got blamed for the missing guns, but like Spencer was behind it and they almost killed her. Spencer is a problem. I don't think he's going to make it the rest of this season. I think he will get himself killed, and it feels like to me Rosita's going down that same path, which is just not smart at all. You really cannot mess with Negan, and you can't be like a renegade and be like out on your own. And you know, he's really questioning Rick and he thinks he can outsmart him and do his own thing, and I think that's going to get him killed, and he's just being very stupid and reckless at this point. So I'm curious to see what you think is in store for Spencer, and I also want to know down below what is going to happen with Maggie and how are they going to hide that from Negan, and what's going to happen when we all know he's going to find out that they've been lying. So, you know, Michonne doesn't want to give up the guns, but we find out that Rick kind of talks her into it because for their safety, they have to kind of go along with Negan. I just don't know when they will come to a point where they feel like they can take him on and how that's going to pan out and what Daryl's role is going to be in all of that. I know it's going to happen, and I know we're all going to be so happy to see that happen, but it just is going to take a while because we're very early in this season, so we're going to have to watch some more of Jeffrey Dean Morgan's amazing acting, yet terrible character Negan, just demean people and probably do worse things than we haven't thought of. But if you read the comics, maybe you've already thought of what he is going to do, because a lot of times, like they said on Twitter about this episode, it very much followed what happened in the comics. I don't know if you guys watch SNL, but I did want to point out that one of my favorite people ever, especially my favorite comedian Dave Chappelle, was the host this past Saturday, and there was just the most epic Walking Dead skit where he played Negan. If you don't watch the show or if you missed it, you can probably check it out on YouTube. I think all of SNL's episodes are on there. You really must see it, especially if you're a Dave Chappelle fan as well. But even if not, his portrayal of Negan was just absolutely hilarious. So I hope you check that out, because if you need a good laugh, it's a great way to make you laugh about one of the most grueling, terrible, awful scenes in any show ever on TV. So if you're just now seeing me, just want to let you guys know that I am covering all of this season of The Walking Dead, so please subscribe if you're a fan. Also down below you will see the other shows that I'm covering and the schedule of live chats, live reactions, taped videos. I just added WestWorld to the list, and you might find something else that you love watching as well, so hopefully you'll catch me on those other shows. But I hope you guys have a wonderful week. I'm really excited to see where The Walking Dead goes next week, but I'm worried we're going to have another like depressing episode. It's going to be, you know, that kind of season. Well, it's that kind of show anyway, but again, counting down the days till Negan is killed. Absolutely. So thank you for joining me, and I hope you have a great week. Bye, guys.